Hi guys. So I wanted to film a video actually about Iowa weather, and perfect timing, there was a massive thunderstorm just about when I'm about to start filming. I don't know if you can hear it at all, but it is crazy outside right now. And I actually just ran out into it. I love thunderstorms, and I know it sounds really crazy, but it's something I do. But I kind of wanted to talk about Iowa weather because Iowa weather is hilarious. So we have very, very varied seasons. We have really, really cold winters and really warm summers. Not like the worst in the world or anything, but they're pretty rough. Like we can get up to like 100 degrees sometimes in the winter or in the summer, and in the winter it's like you have like -30 sometimes even. Temperature wise, that's just quite a wide range, and it hasn't really ever bothered me before in my life. Being here at college, I realized just how crazy that actually is, because like I've lived here my whole life, so it doesn't seem all that strange. But for people who haven't, they're just like shocked by the variety of different weather type things that we have. Another thing that I found really funny is I live in Iowa, which is in Tornado Alley, and that means we get tornadoes. So we have tornado towers, which make noises to tell you when there's a tornado. And we, on the first Saturday of every month in Iowa, we test them to make sure that they work. Well, the tornado sirens are not people apparently who are not from Iowa or the Midwest don't realize that we do that. And so we're having just a clear, fun Saturday, and all of a sudden there'll be a person, they're like, "What is happening?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "There's a tornado." I'm like, "Dude, there's no tornado." Like, and then I remember, oh yeah, the siren's going off. You're not dumb, you just don't know. So I have to explain that sometimes, and that's always really funny. We also have really bad thunderstorms, which I love. We get lots of rain in the summer and a lot of snow in the winter. We have a lot of snow. Like when it gets to winter time, like once it snows, the snow stays there for months on end, and it is very cold and icy and very dead. I once compared Iowa weather to microwaved spaghetti, because it's both too hot and too cold at the same time. And honestly, that's probably the most accurate description I could ever give for Iowa weather, just because that's exactly what it is. It's both freezing and hot at the same time. The funny thing is, if you've ever been to Iowa, or if you've ever met anyone from Iowa, you'll probably hear the phrase, "It's not the heat, it's the humidity," or "It's not the cold, it's the wind." Because Iowa's a very humid state, especially in the summer, especially after it rains, and it rains quite a lot. So we're typically a very humid state, so like a 90-degree day in Iowa is going to be a lot more unbearable than a 90-degree day in California, because California's got no humidity, so it'll feel more like a 70 or 80-degree day. And Iowa is very flat. There's no mountains or anything like that. It's a very flat state, which means it's also a very windy state, which is Tornado Alley. I mean, that makes sense. But it's a very windy state. So like in the winter, the cold isn't necessarily so bad. I mean, sometimes when it's like -30, which happens on rare occasion, yeah, it's pretty bad. But it usually stands around 0 or like in the teens, 20s, and it's not too bad. Except when you get the wind. The wind is absolutely killer in the winter. Like, it is really rough. It's freezing cold constantly. And my family lives in Iowa, and they have been through a flood. I've been through an earthquake. We've all been through like a billion blizzards, a couple tornadoes, like things that most people don't really even think, but like, yeah, that's just fairly typical most here. And like, it's kind of weird to think about that. Like, it doesn't seem that weird to me, but I suppose if I was born and raised in a different climate, I'd think, how in the world can anybody live in a place like that? But like, honestly, I don't know, I just always thought that was interesting. My roommate just walked in. I think she probably thinks I'm crazy because I'm talking to myself. Let me know how the weather is where you are, because I know here it's kind of crazy, but I don't really know about the weather anywhere else in the world, I guess. So let me know. I just kind of want to hear, you know, what your thoughts are and what you guys have to deal with on a regular basis. Is Iowa really that crazy, or is it just the people here just seem incredulous for no apparent reason? Anyways, yeah, stay shiny. Hey, so remember yesterday when I said there was a thunderstorm? Well, there's a tornado now. And so now we're all hanging out in the basement, and yeah, it's pretty fun. Smile. Hey, so the tornado warning ended, and so the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning is a tornado watch means that the conditions are prime for a tornado, whereas a tornado watch means a tornado has been spotted. And we were in a severe tornado watch, which means more than one tornado has been spotted, until I want to say 6:15 tonight. And so as soon as that was over, I ran outside to see if I could see a tornado, because I saw one years ago, but I didn't really get like a good look at it, and I kind of want to get a better look and see if I could maybe even get a photo, but I didn't, and I'm soaked. This shirt was like light gray before. Yeah, I'm soaking wet, but thundering and lightning, and it's kind of crazy out there, but storms are my favorite weather. So honestly, these last few days of storms have been like really good, and I've been really appreciating and like loving this weather. Needless to say, Iowa weather is very unpredictable, and it's kind of funny how I decided to film this video about Iowa weather on the day that we had a huge thunderstorm, and then the next day we had a tornado. Like, that's kind of funny. So yeah, when we have a tornado watch, we have to go downstairs to a place without windows. And so we had a severe watch, so I had to go downstairs, and that's the video you saw of me like telling you, that little clip where I was telling you about the weather. That was when we were downstairs hanging out, waiting for the warning to be over. And then now we're on tornado watch. Tornado watch honestly doesn't mean anything. It just means conditions are prime for tornadoes. So like honestly, like, oh, a tornado watch, don't really worry about it until it becomes a warning. And honestly, then you don't even have to worry until it's severe warning. So like, yeah, but if you didn't believe that Iowa weather was crazy, this is fairly typical for us. And yeah, I am soaking, and I had a good time out in the rain, but I probably need to shower because rainwater is disgusting. This shirt was like a light gray. Here, like, look at, that's the color it was before. Yeah, so needless to say, I'm soaking, and I probably need to take a shower. I'll see you later, guys. Stay shiny.